Even just saying it, voodoo, juju, voodoo.
Previously,
even the lady is telling you they told you not to come and yet you are here. That's red flag number 1.
E assim mesmo você veio? Por quê? Porque eu não estou com medo.
Alright then, man. You offered 3 wishes. Emma didn't ask, can I have 3 wishes?
and now we continue.
So again, depiction is very important of certain characters on the screen. You just said 3 wishes for your life. You could have said 4, 5, 6, 10, 15. Standard trope 3. I don't even know why it's always 3. I don't know what the allegory behind that is, or there's a deeper meaning where you're supposed to learn 3 different aspects of life and not to wish for external things or material things. It's a very iffy thing with these 3 wishes stuff, but I haven't done enough research to figure out why yet. I know, again, like I said before, every number has its own charge and frequency. No bad, no good number. Well, depends. Depends on the person and the experience of the frequency of the number. But anyway, let's proceed. So now she's given the whole be careful what you wish for, Emma. And even when I hear that as a general thing, I dislike that, because you can't tell someone be careful what you wish for, especially when you've offered them wishes. If you want to assist someone or give someone wishes, you want to help them, don't freak them out. Maybe they can mention a list of things they would want, and then you can help them disseminate from those things. Do you want it? Do you need it? Do you require it? Do you desire it? Can that thing come without you wishing? Would it naturally come to you? Can you handle it now? Are you strong enough to handle it now? How's your health, by the way? You're asking for wishes. How's your health? How's your brain? How's your body? How's your spirit? Are you happy? Are you content? Are you balanced? You got any ailments? Do you have any ancestral disorder? Or have you even tapped into your ancestral gifts? How many blessings do you have in your ancestral lineage? Have you checked that out? Nada. So all these little tropes, when I hear people, oh, be careful what you wish for, I'm like, get out of town, man. Get out of town. So these little caveats, it doesn't feel natural for someone of her being to say, this be careful what you wish for sounds like an outside thing. Like I don't know if Japanese or Chinese or all other people say it. It just feels like a very typical Caucasian TV show thing. Be careful what you wish for. Yeah, especially after you've given me the wishes. There's like, well, it always comes across as a villain trope thing. That means you're a bad person. You just tricked me. I signed a contract and then you're using my ignorance. So that means you need me, even though it's made to look like I need you because I'm asking you for the wishes or you're giving me the wishes. You're a parasite. And without the blood or my essence or energy, or without tricking someone into a contract, you have no power.
Damn, son.
You flip the script, you realize who has the power and who doesn't. So here the dynamic is just strange. It's, it wavers. So yep, here you go, be careful what you wish for. I was like, nah, bitch, first of all, you should have just said 3 wishes, but be mindful of what you wish for. So take your time. But you just told her 3 wishes. But Emma too, like I said, Emma made the contract. By coming there, you made the contract. Even by chilling, leaving your arm out, you made the contract. You can't just whip, like I said, you can't just whip out 3 wishes and I'm just there like, yeah, the car, the this, the that. Even me saying the car is a typical thing we hear when someone asks you for 3 wishes. It's always typical around the narrative of money, house, and then wealth, and even all that. When you break it down, 3 wishes. Let's continue anyway. And Emma's just chilling, wishing right now off the spot. She had the eyes closed. That is how brave or stupid Emma is. Emma didn't even need to see the knots. How you can't tell someone is tying 3 knots on that one string. Emma was just there. Yes, I know you're tying each knot. Wish number 1, wish number 2, and there's a 3rd wish. That's someone who's either confident or overconfident. You could say powerful, maybe. Again, depiction is one thing, but the arrogance that Emma is expressing, it's not cool. This is a different story. This is the grandmother of Emma, for example, tying the string to protect her from negative energies before people come and fight them, or before they're taken away, or before Emma travels. If you change the story, grandma looks like a local witch of the city, of the village, or whatever. She's left her family, she's here, but she knows there's a battle coming. Before Emma dips, grandma transforms into this warrior queen, knowing that she's safe because she gave Emma this red string, and then she snaps her finger, Emma disappears, and then she kicks ass of any other invading force there, physical and spiritual. Same two people, elder priestess and young woman. Elder priestess is protecting young woman with this red cord, and that is an unbreakable cord that in their ancestry, women wove this cord, and Emma has the last piece of that cord. Or Emma has one piece and then the grandmother has the other piece, and these are only 2 women who have. But because she's passing on skill and tradition, Emma can replicate this string for the next generation that's going to come through Emma's womb. Again, same 2 women, but I've changed the narrative. Even though I've taken it from the exact story, I've just said, this is the scene. It's like I'm starting a movie. This is the scene. There's a old lady and we don't know who's who. We just see an old lady tying a string on the young lady and she's speaking a different language, no subtitles. But when the story progresses as it goes along, we get a flashback, we get the subtitles, then we realize what's going on. But anyway, let's continue.
Sing.
Grandma, you're not even doing yourself any justice right now. You're not doing yourself any service. You started off cool, calm, collected. You were looking away into the distance, just chilling, straight chilling. Now you're doing the whole like, Grandma, you are confusing me. It's now Emma pulls away and runs away. You cow, get out. Don't cut. That's 2 warnings now Grandma's giving this gal. First of all, be careful what you wish for. Don't cut it, by the way. Don't cut the string. You should have said all that stuff as I'm tying the string on your wrist. Don't cut it. And before I even tie the string on your wrist, be careful what you wish for. So take time. Take time with your wishes. Don't rush it. So again, depiction. I almost want to ask if you were writing the story, or if you were a witch yourself, or you were a sorceress or priestess, or whatever term you want to use. And I don't want to ask anyone who's religious, because that's just going to block. You're not religious. You're not shook up of this stuff. You're not afraid of your own innate natural tradition. How would you let someone know, or how would you gift someone 3 wishes, male or female? Would you do it in this tone or in this, shady, or how would you approach? How would you express this? I have the abilities, so and so, and I'm called to, not even I'm called, because that sounds like someone else is telling her, you got 3 wishes. Take your time. I just be like, yo, you're not supposed to be here, right? Because I'm aware they told you not to come here. But you still came? Yeah. Why? Not afraid. Word? Okay, cool. Why are you here though? I'll question your backside, but then again, it's not my story. But how would you write yours? Now Emma runs.
Be so careful what one wishes for.
Even that voiceover too, and the way Grandma is laughing, man. We're told we can wish for anything, and before we get excited for all the things we can wish for, we're told to be careful what we wish for. I really want to do a separate video on how wishes are made to look, especially when they're presented by certain characters, made to look like it's a trap. It's a trap! Or it's always a trick. We wouldn't wish for external or outside objects until the environment teaches us, or we pick up little bits and pieces from the environment that this world seems to be materialistic or physical. As children, we're making up realms. We're tapping into realms. We're literally dreaming. When we go to bed, we're seeing different creatures. We're waking up, sketching those creatures. We're superheroes in different dimensions. We're speaking different languages that aren't in any textbook so far. We're having conversations with ancestors. There's so much as children. So when you offer, not even when you offer a child, so when a child is wishing, the scope of wishes is just beyond, just completely out there, literally from source, infinite. But it's like when they get older, or when you start to introduce this whole genie in the bottle, or witch or sorcerer, all these things just it's like it becomes compact, and then it funnels down to this one thing. You have to wish like this. Only 3. Whereas there's no limit when a child is just wishing out of his or her mind. So there's this. I want to take time and figure out where that thing is coming from. But anyway, let's proceed, shall we?
When it falls off my wrist, those 3 wishes will come true.
So here I was like, okay, first is the blue mask dream this Apollo keeps having. And I forgot to mention in the previous video, every time he dreams, before he opens the door, blue smoke comes right from underneath the door, like blue mist, just woof. Nothing appears, just a blue mist. Then Apollo always goes to the door and opens it, and it's the father with the blue mask on. But let's proceed.
Do not cut it. Now, corta.
If this is a horror movie, you'd be like, yeah, their ass is about to get fucked up. And if it does, yeah, probably deserve it, because you don't laugh at stuff like that, man. You don't know what was done to you. You don't know where that string came from. A dead creature's hair. You have no idea. She hasn't gone to the lab to study the string. She hasn't cut a little piece of it. She hasn't put her arm underneath a telescope or microscope to study the texture or the density. Nothing. The thread. Nothing. And it's just this laughing and mockery thing. And I just thought, sometimes this is how people look at other people's cultures and just laugh at it.
So this thing's been on my skin for more than 6 months.
Again, this is where my mind would be like, more than 6 months. So 6, it's got to be a symbol, right? 6 it's a metaphor for something, or it's a symbol for something, or allegory for something. It's got to be symbolic. 6 got to be symbolic. That's how my mind would just be doing races all the time. Check this out.
It does look sturdy. But you know what? I am the god Apollo.
Every time he says that, this is where I said in the previous video, this show set up certain things where I was thinking to myself, it's about to be an epic show based on how it was set up. My expectations or assumptions is one thing, but going by what was set up bit by bit, I'm like, yo, it's about to get juicy, cuh. It's about to get juicy, cuh. Looking good right now, cuh. But nah, lackluster. Anyway, I just want to really talk about this, because everything else after what Emma did, the rest of the show just makes it look dumb as fuck. Why have you cut it? Why has he cut it now? My mind is doing two things. I'm like, okay, maybe the Apollo god energy within him knows that the string was bad. So he just helped his girlfriend by cutting it, right? It has to be, because otherwise, why? What do you know you have done by cutting it? What do you know? He didn't say, well, I feel that this lady you went to, she feels weird to me. Maybe introduce his instincts is getting fiery more and more. He's awakening to his godhood, you know, and just because his name is Apollo doesn't mean he's a god. But still, again, let's not forget premise set up from the beginning of the episode, beginning of the show. Two water spirits helping a boat or ship go over a wave so it doesn't capsize. So when you introduce that blue smoke from the underneath the door, man with blue mask on. So same thing with the image, the visuals, what we're seeing, the mind thinks to itself, okay, based on how the show is set up, magic, spells, witchcraft, whatever it is, it's not your regular everyday show. This is something else. Something else is going on. Dude cuts the ring, cuts the cord. Look, now she realizes it. It's funny, I'd never noticed that. Her shoe is blue, even though the lady's eye is blue. It's just funny, this interesting, Emma's shoe is blue and then the lady, because the shot back and forth, anyway, just notice that. Even the placement, the eye on this side of the screen and then Emma's shoe on that side of the screen. But anyway, here now, do that smirk. That smirk, come on, son.
Emma, with me, all three of your wishes will come true.
Which wishes? Which wishes? Apollo, Emma didn't say the three wishes. She was telling you and us, the viewers, the story. There's no way she'd have told you the three wishes indirectly without us knowing. You can't just boldly say with you or with me, all three. What does that mean? Out of all the wishes Emma could have in her psyche, yes, she told you the story, so you're referring to the three wishes she told the lady. You didn't ask her. What wishes, by the way, did you tell? In fact, before you even cut the cord, you bring out a knife and say, hey, before I even cut this something, what wishes did you wish for? I don't want to now spoil. Maybe you say we wish we got married, and I cut it, we never get married. You wish to be president, and I cut it, you never become president. You wish to save the world, and I cut it, you never get to save the world. So what, pray tell, did you wish for? Nada. I thought, how can two characters be written like this? And again, if it's from the book, cool. I want to address this thing as the show from now on. I don't want to keep referencing the book because it's like my mind is having a conversation with me and future comment section. It happens. So I want to stick to just as the show is giving us scene by scene, shots by shot, shot by shot, and dialogue. Sometimes certain dialogue doesn't need to be in the show on certain shows the way it is. So now you are telling Emma with you all her three wishes will come true. You didn't ask her what the three wishes are. You just feel that because you're the god Apollo, you will make the wishes come true. I don't know where that hubris is coming from, or that power, or that self-awareness, or that self-knowing is coming from. But until now, he hasn't depicted that self-knowing, or this whatever he knows here, he hasn't depicted it. It hasn't come across clearly on screen.
I promise.
Maybe I'm just a stickler for dialogue. And because I was watching this show, putting myself, or I was assuming the role of Apollo, I tend to do that sometimes. When I want to, get close to a particular character, I always put myself in their shoes as best as I can. At some point, I'd be like, no, I wouldn't do that. But since the character is written this particular way, let me see how I would feel if I was in his shoes. But I would definitely have to say there's certain things I wouldn't do. Despite the way the character is written on screen, you're not allowing enough room for an innate intelligence or innate curiosity or innate I want to say purity, truth. I truthfully wouldn't do that, especially the me that I am now. Not even the me that I am now is different. I would not even go to that elder's location without greeting her or asking permission. Can I sit next to you? I forgot to even mention that. You entered someone's space. You don't know whether the land that you entered to go and see that woman at the waters is her land or her ancestors' land. The whole area, the water and anything around it. You don't know if it's her land. No good morning, good afternoon, greetings, hotel, peace, was good, was popping, nothing. Some people take this thing as gospel sometimes. She didn't even greet the elder. And now your boy saying, I promise. Your promise what? This lady just told you a strange woman granted her 3 wishes for her life, and you are promising, you just cut the cord. Whatever work that woman did, let's say she did do good work. Let's say she did do good work and you have just cut it. Emma didn't even ask, what are the stipulations for this 3 wishes? So you could say both parties, based on what's given to us on screen, didn't do each other justice. You just whipped out of nowhere 3 wishes for your life. Here is this string already cut pre you come in here. What? Where did you get that from, first of all? Why is it red? I like green. Can I have a green string, please? And can I have it on my right arm? I'm not really left-handed. What was popping? No questions asked, which shows the hubris of Emma. Yes, she said she's not afraid, but it's still a level of disrespect to self and to the woman and to the energy that you don't even understand what you're dealing. Maybe Emma isn't as stupid as she's made to look on screen. Maybe Emma is a very, very bad girl. So maybe Emma did deserve to go through this thinking she's going to outsmart a grand witch or a great witch or a sorceress. And she got her ass fucked up. But everything else that happened to Emma and Apollo from here on in is literally Emma and Apollo's fault, because Emma went to see that woman. If Emma didn't step in that woman's domain, it'd have been cool. Them 3 wishes would have come through. Maybe through Apollo without having to tie no string. Your boy just cut the string and then tells you, I will make your 3 wishes come true. I promise. You just signed a contract. You've doubled on the 3 wishes that this chick didn't even tell you, and you didn't even ask. It's like everyone's just doing this ghost mind work thing. I know what you're thinking. I know what you're thinking. This scene pissed me off so much. I was like, God damn. There's no way this show is trying to get us to be convinced that this is the whole of the season. Anything else that happens from here is because of this. Because right now it doesn't make any sense. I can't feel bad anymore or shocked. I mean, maybe shocked shocked for stupid actions or shocked for the stupidity of certain characters, but to sit there and just swallow, yeah, it happened and I feel bad for them, or if only someone came to kill the woman at the waters. No, nobody asked you to go to where you went. You went to look for her trouble. Or reverse the script. You went to look for your trouble by going to no. My head was spinning, man. I thought, I don't know if I can handle this show. I don't know, 10 episodes, maybe 8. Like I said, I haven't finished it, and I don't intend to. I will watch the spoilers. I'll watch the spoiler reviews of someone else's YouTube, that favorite YouTuber I spoke to you guys about in the previous video, but I will not go back and watch this show. I don't like stupid shows. I don't like stupid things done in shows, especially when it's to do with things that I feel connected to. So for all we care, Emma is the bad one. I'm still dumbfounded how Emma had 3 wishes set in her mind. Maybe she had to go through her catalog, but even if it took her a little while to get to those 3 wishes that she mentioned, or she didn't mention, 3 wishes that she cataloged in her head, she went pretty quick to those particular 3, right? And then she knew exactly when the 3rd knot was done. Again, I cannot tell how many knots are being done. Just because you're on my wrist for a while doesn't mean I can tell what knots you're doing or how many knots you're doing. You're just tying the string. But she had her eyes closed. Me, I'd have been like, hey, let me just one. Okay, wait, one knot. Okay, second knot. Okay, 3rd knot. Done. Or keep my eyes open and then watch the knot as it's being tied. Do my wishes in my head. Cool. If some of us aren't careful sometimes, we are indirectly feeding into the narrative of someone else, or maybe an uneducated person who might be African or African descent or Afro-Caribbean, African-American, melanated, brown skin, black, all the terms or words you want to use, Al-Kebulan, that is in the books, not in the books, that we know or do not know of, Wagwan. So those of us who know and do not know, we might end up saying, yeah, I've got this money, I've been given a budget, I grew up with a bad experience with this, I'm going to make a movie about that. That's how it is sometimes in Nigeria. Some people have bad experiences, director has money, calls in a few actors and actresses, boom, there's this character on the screen, Juju. Juju always wants someone's wife or children, or he's always taking someone's money. I haven't watched every Nigerian movie, but I haven't seen all the bad Juju people go and get a lottery ticket and just win big money. It's always dark, worshiping some outside entity. Always. We're so powerful, we don't need money. But yet, when people come to them, they always ask for money. Okay, bring the lock of this hair, bring this and that, and bring some money. Why haven't those spirits that they work with given the lottery numbers? Go to France and play the lottery. Go to UK and play the lottery. You about to win big money. Go to America, win big money. Go to America and go to Las Vegas and play in the casinos. You're about to win big money. If you ask the bigger question, these entities people seem to be working with, or the way we're told they're working with, and every time they go there, they always require money from these people. Unless you could say that the allegory or the whole thing behind it is you need the money from the person, which is to state the agreement or the contract. Even that's it's a little finicky. In some movies, they say, no, we don't need no cash payment. Give me your hand. Slit blood. It's a blood agreement. That means your ancestors, your frequency, and anyone behind you who comes after you, if you don't atone for this, your whole family is going to suffer. That's a more serious thing. I'm aware every culture has their own ways. Every culture on the globe, not just Africans, every culture on the globe, every peoples have their own way of doing things. But certain people don't seem to ask these questions. Every time they always go to these dark or depicted priests or priestesses in disorderly magic expressions. Why is it they never get the lottery numbers of any lottery on the globe to get that money they seem to be getting from their clients? Just a simple question. Then it makes you look at what you're being shown consistently over and over again differently. Harry Potter didn't need to do no dark stuff. Harry Potter and all the characters in that world lived in a world where people were doing dark things, but they always did the complete opposite, showing Harry Potter, the students, especially the way they started the movie, even though, again, we're sticking to the show. We're not saying, oh, because it's taken from a book or the lady. I've forgotten her name. We're not saying how it's depicted on the book. What was given on screen? Children living in a world with adults and certain adults doing dark things. Even Voldemort. On paper, you are bullying a teenager. That's weak. I don't care how he became Voldemort. That is weak. This depiction of false power. He who should not be named. Yeah, he's got power. He's got skills. But you're looking at the past, the present, and the future. And the fact that, people kept on coming towards Harry. You're coming at young people who, if or when they hone in their skills properly, my goodness, they could become Voldemort times 10. With intention or sometimes unintentionally. Let me finish off this video by saying the importance of how you depict a character or characters or certain cultural traditions or aspects of cultural traditions is very important on screen, or whether it's in a cartoon or movie or in a book. I've said before, I don't want to bring out the book, but I have not read the book, nor do I feel like reading the book, nor will I ever read the book. I might in future, who knows. But these visual things, I'm now more and more understanding people take them in quicker. Sometimes people take visual in more than they do text. Sometimes people take in audiobooks more than they do text or even visuals. I'm tired or way beyond tired of seeing our people's traditions and aspects of our people's traditions being done dirty on screen. And I feel sometimes it's always wise or good or healthy to point these things out or pick them out and address them, find a way to rearrange them and give more understanding to them. So that way, because that would also help some of us who have grown up with the fear of our own tradition and never even using or attempting to get involved in that tradition, when we just grew up with this fear because we saw it on TV, or we heard our mom say it, or our auntie say it, or our dad say it, or they should never go out with that person because they do voodoo. And even just saying it, voodoo, juju, voodoo, or black magic and this and that. I used to bust jokes saying, I don't know how the black cat became a trope for witches. Became the one animal witches love to use. Never have I been taught by my parents, here's the paragraph, here's the verse, here's the specific book in all the different variations or rewritten, remastered, re-edition books. It is said in this particular paragraph, I, the Most High God, have created this one creature called the cat. All spectrums of the color or pigmentation of the cat, ginger, brown, yellow, pink, fluffy, non-fluffy, all the different mutations and forms of the cat belong to the human being. The one color or pigment that no one must have except a witch is the black cat. I do not see, if you know it, email it to me. If you know the text in every cultural, every religion on the planet, Torah, Quran, whatever religious text where God has specifically said that cats are all cool except the black cat, which he made specifically and only for witches, let me know. With that being said, I have been your one and only host, enjoying this breakdown. I hope you did as well. My camera didn't die on me this time, but let me check the battery real quick. Yeah, still hanging in there. Nice. I enjoyed this. I'm going to find more other scenes to talk about in this show until the episode I left off and decided not to watch this dead show. Maybe when I sit down and watch the other spoiler review episodes, then I'll probably come back and do a part 4 or part 5. But this is a part 2 so far, and I'm happy with it. Anyways, like I said, I have been your one and only host,
The Cosmic Jedi.
signing out.